I'd like to call the board meeting to order at 6:44 p.m. Turn my recorder on for the clerk. We will start with the pledges of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item up on the agenda is the adoption of minutes from February 6th. Can I get a motion to adopt the minutes, February 6th?
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Discussion? Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, carried. Next item on the agenda, citizens' comments. Would any of the three citizens in the audience like to comment?
Normal. I know, I have nothing.
Maybe the snow.
I'm scared all of them away.
Okay, moving onward. You had your chance. Board comments. We'll start with Councilor Kudarakis.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Well, in light of the 5:30 work session, I am absolutely excited and looking forward to setting up a meeting with Onondaga County officials, county legislative folks, and the Veteran Service Administration to see what good things we might be able to do for the veterans in our community.
Councilor Moore.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who came out for the work session. They're all gone almost. but everyone who came out for the work session, there was a lot was shared. There was a lot of passionate discussion about a topic that we're all, we all care deeply about. So thank you to everyone. If you end up watching at home, thanks for watching too. And thanks for coming out in this weather. Thanks for watching. Good.
Thank you. Supervisor's comments. I have a little sheet here. Just a reminder, Highway Department, please keep your trash cans. I was saying mailboxes last time, now I can say snowbanks. Keep your trash cans inside the snowbanks, then they won't get hit by the plows. And please remember, when we get rain, snow, 9 inches of snow and ice, there will be a lot of slush. So the slush will knock your garbage cans over or fly 20, 30 feet off the road, no matter how fast or slow the highway are driving. Another reminder, please, clear your hydrants. It's not a town responsibility, so if you have any hydrants around your neighborhoods, please make sure you get those cleared out if possible. And check your roofs. There's a lot of roofing companies out there. Make sure you get the snow and ice off them so you don't have any, we're lucky we didn't get as much snow up north, but with the possible warm temperatures, it will increase the weight. So please pay attention to your roofs. The ad for Highway Superintendent, we are still advertising. Mr. Reeves is filling in. That will end the end of February. We'll look over our applications and, start that process to find the fill-in for Mr. Reeves for the remainder of the year until the election or until we have the possible vote. The other item is senior citizens, your tax exemptions. You have to have them in by the end of February. If you're unsure if you qualify for an exemption, some of them require your income from the previous year. Call the assessor's office. You have until next Friday. That is a set in stone timeline from the state. There's nothing we can do about that. You walk in on March 1st or March 3rd, in this case, you won't be able to get an exemption for the current year. Next Friday, February 28th, call here to Town Hall. We'll transfer you over to the assessor's office, look into exemptions you have, any exemptions you might be able to apply for. There is one other item left over from the work session. As some of the councilors alluded to, we had the county, Anne Marie Mancelli, put her name down wrong, Mancia, was here to explain what the county does and what a veteran outreach coordinator should do. We're still in talks about that. We'll be reaching out to the county. Hopefully good things to come in that regard. And the open board seat. Thank you, Councilor Kurakis. Mr. Dinsmore never came in and signed his oath of office. Therefore, as you see, there are 4 of us up here, so that seat is vacated. So we will probably have future discussions. As a board, probably at the next meeting, we'll put that on the work session to talk about possibilities. That seat there's 2 board seats up this year for election for 4-year terms, and that is one of those 2 seats. So we'll discuss that at the next work session. Moving on to department head reports. Department heads tonight, we have the town clerk.
I'm all set tonight, thank you.
Okay, and we have, Sean Chase, correct?
Correct.
From our attorney group, our normal attorney is off on vacation with it being a school week. He sent Sean over to help fill in. I'm sure you probably don't have much for us, but.
And nothing to report from our end.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Next on the agenda, we will go to the regular agenda items. Motion A. Can I get a motion to authorize the town supervisor to sign the agreement with the U.S. Department of Agriculture regarding the European cherry fruit fly program?
I'll move that.
I'll second it.
Okay, discussion. We were reached out to by the USDA along with other municipalities. They try to measure the cherry fruit fly and how far it has come into the communities to try to decide efforts to thwart it. They asked us to sign off so they can use our right-of-ways or our park spaces to try to set up nets to, measure how far it is coming to the country. All in favor? Aye. Motion approved. Motion B. Can I get a motion to authorize the town supervisor to sign the CNY Stormwater Coalition Agreement for 2025?
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Discussion. We belong to the CNY Stormwater Coalition for, I think, since it was started in 2012, 2014. This is an annual agreement. It helps us with our MS4 plan and other stormwater issues through the county. A majority of towns that have separate stormwater systems belong to this. It helps with federal funding or county assistance. So this is a great thing. It costs us, I want to say it's $3,000, $3,500. So, is there any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Motion approved. I'd like to get a motion to hold a public hearing on March 6, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. at the town of Lysander to consider a local law under Chapter 102-7 of Town Code, Tier 2 Battery Energy Storage in the town of Lysander. This moratorium will be extended until June 6, 2025.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Discussion. Our moratorium will end the middle of March. We have not solidified and codified the changes to both the next motion also. We need to get that through county planning, through our town board. Our town attorney will probably be presenting it within the next 2 months of the language changes in our local laws to reflect updated battery storage and solar for the next motion. I'll just get that out of the way right now. We've had this moratorium going for almost 2 years now. This should finally be the end. We have information from the state. We've had submissions on how we should change our laws, so we should be able to get this done before June.
So that was my question.
Yeah.
Are we giving ourselves enough latitude?
Yes. Yeah, we will, because we'll have enough time. Once we look it over as a board, we'll send it off to county planning. I figure that should be at most a 2-month process. So.
Right, and I guess, again, thinking out loud, and who knows what the recommendation would be. I just want to make sure that if we don't like what is being recommended, that we can still pause.
Oh yeah, we could. I expect to get this back at the latest, the middle of May. So if we had to extend it again, if we, county planning usually meets and gives their recommendations at the beginning of a month. So if we didn't even hear from them until May and we didn't like it, we could put it on the agenda and always strike it if we had to extend it. So, any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Motion D, I'd like to get a motion to hold a public hearing on March 6, 2025 at 6:30 PM at the town of Lysander to consider a local law under Article 29 to extend the moratorium on solar farms in the town of Lysander. This moratorium will be extended to June 6, 2025.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Discussion, same as before. This is just to extend it to rewrite our local law language. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. We have a couple additional agenda items that were added. They are all employee hires at the highway department. Motion E, I'd like to get a motion to appoint David Sitar as full-time laborer in the highway department with a starting date of February 18th, 2025, I forgot my 2, with an hourly rate as per the union contract.
I'll move that.
I'll second it.
Discussion. We had put in the budget this year 2 full-time laborers in the highway. We're only hiring 1. The idea being that those positions, we have 2 parks laborers that are seasonal positions that would transition over to full-time positions. So one of these will be hired this year. Dave Sitar had been a previous employee over at the park and is also road wing at the highway, so he has worked for the town of Lysander previously. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Motion F, I'd like to get a motion to appoint Christopher Rose as MEO in the Highway Department with a starting date of February 24th, 2025 with an hourly rate as per the union contract.
I'll move that.
I'll second it.
Okay. Discussion. We had put an additional 10th MEO position into the budget this year. This should fill us up to 10. We had a retirement last month, and this will now fill that position in. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. And I would like to add, thank you to our highway department. I do want people to remember that we were running with 9 full-time MEOs to go out there and plow the roads and a handful of part-timers. So, give them a break. As you have a roof and a driveway to take care of, they also do. And we appreciate their service and time this year. Motion G, I'd like to get a motion to appoint Michael Crispin as a supplemental seasonal laborer, AKA wingman, which is usually what most positions are in the winter, in the highway department with a starting date of February 18th, 2025 with an hourly rate as per the union contract.
I'll move that.
I'll second it.
Discussion. We usually keep 10 to 15 people on a rotating list if they're available to help wing because of the hours and times you go out. Not everybody's available at every time. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. I would like to get a motion at 6:56 PM to enter into an executive session regarding contract negotiations, collective bargaining agreement, and lease negotiations.
I'll move that.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are in executive session. There will be no motions after. Have a good evening, folks.
Drive safe.
Yes.